When I start with a new programming environment, the first thing I want to do is learn how to print so that I could do debugging if I have a problem in my code. So let's do that. We'll make a button, we'll print things out to this command center, and we'll also learn the string concatenator so we could put variable values in there too. That's going to be important for debugging. So I'm on the interface tab. This is where my buttons go. This is where the model runs. Let's go over to our code tab over here, and we're going to make a procedure. So a keyword to show that we're going to make a procedure is to, right? And a common procedure people use is setup. They usually use it to set up their model. We're just going to use it for a print statement. So let me do a print statement, and I'm just going to do hello world. And then we'll end it. We can check to see if there's any errors by clicking that check. Nope, looking good. Let's go back to our interface, and then I'm going to make a button to call that procedure. I'm going to right click, I'm going to hit the button, and then I am going to put the procedure name right here. I'm going to spell it just like in the code. Setup. And the display name, you can spell that differently or use like caps. I'm going to use a capital S in setup. Action key, just in case you want to hit keys instead of pressing buttons. There we go. If I hit my setup, hello world. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can do a little more with that print statement though, because you're going to need to be able to print values out. So I'm going to go back to my code, and I'm going to make another procedure. I'll do a to, and go is another popular procedure that they use that runs the model, but you can call it whatever you want. That's just convention. Let's do a print, but we want to print more than one string, right? So do this word concatenator. You don't need a space here. I just did it for visibility. And word is going to concatenate everything that comes after it. So I'll say random number space. You're going to need a space. And then let's get a random number. I'm going to use parentheses because we're going to type random. And this is going to be the range between 0 and that value I put in there. So it's going to be integers. We're going to get values between 0 and 9. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and say between 0 and 9. Between 0, I'll do a dash and 9. All right, now let's close our parentheses, or maybe not. Let's go ahead and hit our check to see what it tells us. End expected. We're also going to need to close that parenthesis. There we go. So it's not perfect for error checking, but it does tell you when there's something wrong. Nice. All right, let's go back to the interface. We're going to make a button, and that's going to call my go procedure. Go. So spell it just like you had in the code. Lowercase g, lowercase o. And then I'll make that an uppercase G for the display name. Put an action key there, G. Hit OK. If you want to move these buttons around, I'm going to click, hold that mouse down, drag. Oh, that's nice. And then we'll just move it over. Let's do that to the go. Click, drag, that highlights. There you go. If you want to edit something like you spelt go wrong, right click, edit, and then you can do that. All right, so let's hit our setup. We got another hello world. We can clear those. Let's hit our go. Nice. Random number 1 between 0 and 9. Let's do it again. 8. So you get the idea. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's really handy to be able to print stuff out when you're trying to do some debugging.